always draws a crowd. We're so grateful to Beth Hanson and Jamel for bringing her back. She does a great job, and it's something that we can all do and relate to, and it helps us. So we're grateful to have Lisa back. We're hoping that she'll be a regular at Central Cabin at least twice a year, and to get us all in better shape and moving forward. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Do you need time up or are we good? I need to wake up. Yeah, let's, do you have a, yeah, okay. Oh, excellent. There should be already. Bye. Yeah, I'm usually pretty loud. Good. I something wrong here. I got clipped. There we go. Princess, have you got me? Come on, Dan.
I'm 50.
There you go.
Good morning, everybody. Afternoon. Am I too loud? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Well, welcome in. I'm Lisa. Thank you for having me back. I'm so grateful. I was so excited when I got the invite because you were absolutely lovely to me last time. So thank you so very much for having me back. Today, we're going to go through a stretching class. And why is that important? So I'm going to tell you my personal story and why I should stretch more than I do stretch. And today's entertaining little fun facts about my stupidity at times, because in my little head, I still think I'm 20. Right? Okay. So as long as we all agree that I'm still 20, we're good. Yes? Okay. Do I have any dog owners in the room? Yeah. Any dog owners? You own dogs? Hounds. Okay. So I got crazy dog stories too. So I think them along. So we'll kind of go through a couple of things. All right, so just one head. Let's have a seat. I stretch my shoes because I'm thinking comfortable in stretch class. So whatever your comfort level is perfectly fine with me. And I'm going to show you a couple of different things you can do with shoes on, without shoes on. Sorry. I'm having wardrobe malfunction. All right, so I want you to sit nice and tall in your chair. Place your palms on your thighs. Let's just close your eyes for a moment. So I take a big, deep breath. And then exhale everything out. Big, deep breath. And exhale everything out. So as we're working through this nice little inhale and exhale, I want you to start thinking about a couple different things. The first one is, as you inhale, your ribs expand out to the sides of the room. I want you to exhale everything out. Now get deep into those lungs. I know we're all worried about flu, COVID, colds, all the icky stuff that goes around at this time of the year. One of the things you can do for yourself is make sure you have really good lung health. And that means you're breathing deep several times throughout the day and making sure you're getting oxygen down to your deep. So like that air from third grade that you're breathing in that you haven't gotten rid of at some point in time, I want you to get down deep, low. So big deep breath. And now exhale. Big inhale, expand out. Pause. Oh, I heard it. Pause. Exhale out. Big deep breath. Right? Pause. And then exhale. That feels pretty good, doesn't it? That feels nice. You should do that a couple of times during the day. If you got nothing else going on, you're washing dishes, you have a moment to sit and be quiet, just kind of take a moment. Deep breaths, guys. Take deep breaths and flow into those lungs. Bring the rib cage out toward the sides of the room. So following through, feet are flat, palms are down. I want you to close your eyes, follow big deep breaths, big deep breath in and big deep breath out. I promise I won't take anything if you close your eyes. Everything's going to stay flat. I won't move, the floor won't move. Close your eyes. Now I want you to open and close your mouth a couple times. This is gonna sound stupid and it'll be weird, but hang with me, open and close your mouth. And then wiggle your eyebrows. Scrunch them down, lift them up. Make some funny faces because it feels really good. Open and close that jaw. Now take your chin shoulder to shoulder. Stand nice and tall. Grow about half an inch. Is anybody 5'2" in this room? Anybody else 5'2"? Ladies, we're like the 5'2" group. Anybody else 5'2"? Yeah. You get me, right? You're like, I just need to grow like a half an inch. Just a half an inch would be great. Sit up a little bit taller. Take your shoulders back and down. Chin from shoulder to shoulder. Does anybody have vertigo issues in this room? Any vertigo issues? Be kind to yourself. You know what triggers it. If I start doing something that's going to trigger it, don't do it. Please, dear Lord, don't do that. Now take your chin down to your chest. I want you to shake your head, little bitty no. Give me a nod your head, yes. Take your chin down to your chest a little tighter. Shake your head no. Give me a little nod your head, yes. Are we going to have fun in Mrs. class today? Oh, yes. I'm glad you all agree. Go ahead, roll this all the way back up, twinkle shoulder blades back and down, open chest. Oh, does that feel good? Oh my gosh. Big open, and now pull your elbows down toward your ribs a little bit taller. As you're working through this, now a couple different things for class today. I'm going to start you on a movement. Something is going to feel amazing. When you find that amazing thing, hang with it. Okay, no matter what I'm doing, you're good. You hang with it until it doesn't feel amazing. I am not offended. We're just going to kind of flow through this class. So you're pulling your elbows down toward your ribs. You're sitting up a little bit taller. Now, as you're doing this, your shoulder blades are coming down toward your hips. Think, open up, ta, like ta-da, I'm here, right? Think about any of those nasty situations you've ever had to deal with. And if you have to walk through something nasty, you should look like you own it. So I want you to sit up nice and tall. You own it, don't you? I love it. I want you to sit up nice and tall. Pull those shoulder blades back. Ta-da! I'm here and I own this, right? I got up this morning and I'm fierce. Look out, world, because here I come. My guy says it all the time. He's like, oh my God, I'm so worried about you. It's an okay thing. Now take this out, hold it here. Oh. Reach out like you're gonna touch your neighbor. Hey neighbor. Put your elbows in. Reach back out to your neighbor. Hey neighbor. Pull back in. Squeeze those shoulder blades in and down. Which is a little bit taller. Big squeeze. Yeah. How you feeling? I'm gonna try to make your shoulders higher. How about that? You're welcome. Sometimes we have to exhaust a muscle group in order to open it up. So we got a little bit of work here to do. I promise I won't make you too sweaty yet today. Last one, guys, hold. Now take your chin from shoulder to shoulder. Get those elbows down as low as they'll go. Sit up a little bit taller. Drop your chin down to your chest. Now take your chin up toward the ceiling, and I want you to push your chin out like you're pouting. I want you to get long through the neck muscles. Pout, pout, pout. Lisa's only here for an hour to print. It's okay to laugh. And release. Oh, shake those shoulders out, head shoulder to shoulder. Shoo, chin down, chin up. What's feeling good? Only thing I'm going to ask today is that we don't do a big roll with your head. First off, it looks a little bit crazy when we do that. And secondly, I like vertebrae. I'm a big fan of them, especially with right. So we try to be kind to them as much as we possibly can. So take your fingertips down toward the floor. Reach them as far as they'll go and sit as tall as you can. Big tall. Feel a nice little stretch to the shoulder, yes? Y'all can talk to me. I don't bite too hard. Most days. Thursdays I bite. Wednesdays I don't bite too hard. Take them down just a bit further. Now I want you to turn your head toward the kitchen. I want you to nod your head yes. So you're take maybe your right hand or the window hand, right? Reach it just a little bit further away from you. Nod your head yes. You should feel a nice stretch all through the shoulder, top of the shoulder, front of the shoulder on that window side. Hold your chin down to your chest and shake your head no. Do you know why we instructors use landmarks in the room? Anybody know? Well, first off, I can't see my right from my left. Clarity, yes. So there's a study out there, and I'm going to say this, and I hate voicing it. Ladies, we are really good at a whole lot of things. I mean, man, we are stinking awesome at like multitasking and all kinds of different things. But quickly telling our right from our left, not so much. So, kitchen and windows. Hold your chin down to your chest, shake your head no, nod your head yes. Now let's take that window hand and take the back of your hand and put it on the small of your back. Push your elbow back a little bit. Big proud chest. Take your chin down to your chest a little tighter. Nod your head yes. And release your stretch. Roll the shoulders back a couple times. How's that feeling? A little bit better? Yeah. I'm gonna work my way all the way down, guys. Just give me a second. All right, keep the sneakers back out to the sides. Tall palm. Chin over to the window side. Nod your head yes. And then hold your chin down to your chest and shake your head no. And kind of play with that just a little bit. Nod your head yes, shake it no. Something's gonna feel really good. Keep doing that. Reaching your kitchen fingers a little bit further away from you. A little bit further if you can. Maybe your chin goes tighter toward your chest, shake your head no. As most of you know, I am from the Decatur Hospital Wellness Center. So I'm in the basement of one of the professional buildings. They keep me in the basement. Matter of fact, they keep me in the basement and they lock me in a closet. And then they let me out and go to my group fitness room. It's like the kids. Did you ever watch Recess with your kids, the cartoon where they lock the kindergartners behind the wall? That's kind of me. I get locked behind the wall a lot. Shake your head no, nod your head yes, reach. Back of that hand goes to the small of the back. Step a little bit taller, press your chest forward. A little bit further if you have it. Big inhale, big exhale. And release your stretch. Almost back. Mel and Beth, you're not recording me, right? Okay, cover your ears, please. I need you to cover your ears for just a moment. Okay. So, team, think about this for just a moment. If you had like lights on your right, and you aimed them at the person's head that you're talking to, your posture improves immediately. Right? Okay, you guys are good now. You can listen. All right, so I always want you to think about lights here. Cha-cha, nice and tall. Yes. Right? Okay. Relax your shoulders. One back a couple times. That is one of those mental cues that you will never ever forget. You're welcome. I love you guys so very much. When we get down to the glutes, I got another one for you, and boy, are you gonna love that one. All right, so we can hit your shoulders. How are your shoulders doing? A little better, a little gooier. Okay, cool. So my personal journey, as we're kind of working through here, I want you to go ahead and plant your feet nice and tall. Palms are on your thighs. Push your chest toward me and lift. Now, if at any point in time I'm doing anything that's uncomfortable, it doesn't feel good. Everything we do today should feel good. Okay, there's no hurt in this one. Take your spine back toward the chair and bring your body forward. Tuck your tailbone underneath. Lift your chest again, nice and tall. So here's your movement. I want you to kind of play in with it as you like. This should feel lovely. Think seated cat-cow. So I've been teaching group fitness for, gosh, since like 2003. this was my second life, right? My first one was being a mom. My second life, actually, the first one was I was like Homer Simpson. I had all these weird different jobs, and being a mom. But then I became a fitness instructor, and now you guys are stuck with me forever. You're welcome. This back is fine. Big pad chest, hold it here. Now I want you to push into your kitchen ribs. Kitchen ribs. Open out here. Get long. I'm just doing my hands. I talk. Sorry, guys. Now push back behind you into the chair. Like somebody's pulling your gentleman. I'm sorry, your bra strap. We all know where that is, right? Your bra strap for the back of the chair. And now push your ribs toward the window. Get long to the side. And now bring it back front. To the kitchen. Back to the back. Over to the windows. Take it forward. To the kitchen. And down. To the windows. To the walls. No, sorry. Bring it forward. Somebody got my joke. I love that. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Mel. Now, let's roll that out. Big proud chest. Now we're moving here. Think belly dancer, right? Keep those shoulders mostly stable. Move through the rib cage. How cool is that? Look at what you can do. Huh. So I've been teaching for a long time. I taught some really crazy things. Genetically, I'm probably not the best person for group fitness. And so after several conversations with different doctors, we all decided that, oh yeah, I should do a fusion. I know, I said the same thing. I was not happy myself. Sit nice and tall. Go to the windows. Back of the chair. To the kitchen. Now remember, all the swimming is right here. All the really stuff in between the ribs and the hips. Push it forward. To the windows. Take it back. Now, are your sits bones, you know what that is, right? Your sits bones? Don't move. It's like right here. Those spaces that go, and when you sit down, you can kind of feel those bones there. Yeah, we all know. Okay, yeah, yes, ma'am. Push it into the chair. So we're in the kitchen. Let's go forward. Go to the windows, back to the chair, and now smooth out your circle. Nice and big, think belly dancer, get there. Think slinky. Remember the slinkies? What are the little metal sculptures that used to turn on like a spiral and they look like they're like really cool? Yeah, we're kind of like that right now. So we did a fusion, and I'm very stubborn. I'm just going to say I'm very stubborn. And I assumed that I was 20 and that I didn't need to stretch. Sit nice and tall. Roll the shoulders back and down a couple times. Turn right and left. Your right, your left, whatever's feeling pretty good. Little rotation. Moving the shoulders around. And so I spoke with my physical therapist, and she looked at me and she laughed a lot. And she said, Lisa, you should probably stretch. You know, that thing you tell all your clients to do that you don't do. And I was like, I think that's kind of rude of you to say that. Thank you very much. This was on target, you know. Hold here, guys. Easy, easy, easy. Now take your kitchen leg, cross your legs. Sit up tall. Take your window arm and wrap around your leg and look toward the kitchen. Matter of fact, look over your shoulder into that back row. Open your kitchen shoulder back a little bit further. How far back can you look? Sit nice and tall, big proud chest. Can you push your chest a little bit further forward? So after she laughed at me hysterically, as she should have, rightfully so, because I was very confused as to why I was so very tight. And everything hurt. I said, why do I hurt? She's like, because you're being silly and you don't stretch. Rotate this back around to the front of the room. So let's go ahead and bring your ankle on top of your knee. Now, this might be uncomfortable for some people. That's fine. You're just going to slide this leg out and lay your leg a little lower. That might be comfortable. Okay. Wherever your comfort level is. Okay, I'm going to do some crazy stuff because I see some pretty flexible people in here. All right, so you're sitting nice and tall. Big open the chest. Remember, spotlights come up. Okay, now you should feel a stretch here in your hip rotators. Yes?
Yes.
Maybe a stretch on your inner thigh. Yes? Yes, yes? Okay. If you already feel a stretch there and you're happy, hang tight. Don't move. Your body's happy. It's enjoying what it's doing. If you feel like you need a little bit more, I see you back row. Push your chest forward. So if you're listening for really juicy gossip, like, what did they just say the other table over there? And you have to look longer through your spine. And you got to add a little extra space. Get your shoulders back and down. What the heck did she just say? Because it sounds like a whole Kim Kardashian kind of story. And I feel like I need to listen, right? Are you ever in the grocery store and you hear somebody talking on their phone, and then you get invested into their conversation? And you're like, oh my gosh, what did she do after that? And then you can't hear the other side of the story. You're like, oh, I need to know. A little bit further forward if you haven't. Now, the stretch deepens back in that hip, yes? Maybe you're feeling it hamstring, right? Maybe or back of the thigh here, inner thigh here, all back through that hip. Why is this important? Anybody know? Movement is a beautiful thing. These hips move in all kinds of weird positions, and we need to make sure that they can continue to do so. A little bit further forward if you have it. Big inhale, big exhale. Get long. And now sit nice and tall. Dropping that foot down, coach, take your legs wide. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. Anybody else? Anybody else snap, crackle, pop there? Just me? Okay. Sit nice and tall, hands go on the thighs. You can drop your elbows down, and I just want you to lean forward. It's like you're in the dugout at a baseball game, and you're watching the game, right? Any baseball players in here? Any baseball moms, fans? No? Too old. Come on now, we're not too old. Drop those elbows here on those thighs. I always want to make sure that if you're coming forward, you're supporting. What that does is it allows the body to relax, those muscles to not have to work. If they don't have to work, they can stretch out, which is beautiful. A little bit longer if you haven't. Good inhale and good exhale. So those hips in all the directions that they have to work. And we need to make sure that we're stretching your inner thigh and the outside of your hip. Because every time you take a step, your glute medius and your adductors or your inner thigh have to work together to keep you upright. Okay? That's what keeps you stable. Do a little longer if you have it. Feel your inner thighs starting to open. Press your head toward me. How close can you get? If I start this way, you guys start moving it really quick. Little more, deep chest. Lean forward. Allow the muscles to relax. That's the hard part. And now slowly roll us all the way back up. Give a little wiggle. How do you feel? Good. I heard a little bit about you. You move amazingly. I want to do you when I grow up. Easy, easy, easy. All right, let's take that other leg as quick as possible. Sit as tall as you can. Primer proper right feet, right? Rotate toward the window. What the heck is going on out there, right? Taking your kitchen arm, using it, maybe as a little bit of leverage. And then taking your eyes back behind you. See what that back row is up to, because the back row is always in trouble. Take your eyes just a little bit further if you have it. Big little inhale here, big exhale. A little more, maybe, big round chest. Can you take your shoulders away from your ears? Drop them down, relax. This is to get long and get a little taller class. That's our goal. Half an inch, guys. I just need a half an inch to make it 5'3". I'd be happy. A little bit more if you have it. Nice deep breath and exhale. And slowly rotate back to the front of the room. Oh, how's that feeling? A little bit better. We're getting there. Ankle comes on top of the ear, nice and tall. Open your chest. And again, So think for that really juicy gossip. I need to lean just a little bit further forward if you have it. Fall, drop the shoulders. Exhale into it. So, yes, my physical therapist told me stretching is a beautiful thing. So I'm like, I'm not doing it. Let's just do it. She said, you tell your client. I said, yes, I do. She said, but then why is it different for you? I said, it's just different. It doesn't apply to me. It's stupid. So then she went in this way. She's like, Lisa, as you stretch, it develops more power. I was like, oh, now you have my attention. Shoulders, open the chest, push the chest forward. Lean into that juicy gossip. So think about it this way. If I'm gonna ask crazy. Has anybody ever thrown a punch before? Who's been in a bar fight? No bar fights? You've been in a bar fight? Outstanding. I have to know now. No? Okay. All right. And that's just us crew. I won't tell the story, ladies. I'll hear one fight. So if you had to throw a punch, right? If you have to throw a punch, and if I had to throw a punch right here, how much power would I have? None, right? Because I have no movement. But if I could go longer, what would happen? I'd punch better, right? I'd have a little more power, hopefully, maybe, I don't know. Probably not, but it sounds good anyway. It looks fierce in kickboxing, I'm just gonna say that right now. But if you have a little longer, you have more power, you develop more of a punch. So think about that with your muscles. If we contract them too much, if we don't get them up and moving, they have no power. So it's nice to be strong, but if you don't have the length to go along with that or the mobility, it doesn't help you be strong. Fair? So while I keep talking, does anybody have any questions for me? This is an interactive class, and if you don't start asking questions, I start calling people out. Just gonna give you fair warning. So nice and tall, drop the leg, give it a little wiggle. Ooh, is that better? Starting to feel a little bit better? If you don't talk to me, we squat. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. All right, so we're going to take our chairs and we're going to turn that direction. So sit, no, I'm sorry, sit. Keep your chair right where it is, but we're going to turn that direction. Yeah. Oh, I can't move. I was going to say, my feet's over there. You might want to kind of in it just a little bit so you can see what's going on. So I'm going to take this hip and I'm going to slide it off my chair. And I'm going to slide back just a little bit further. So this hip is off, and I'm going to take this toe back behind me. Hold on to your chair. Nobody falls off the chair today. If you fall off your chair, you owe me 20 push-ups. Don't do that. I'm not writing the paperwork. We're not doing that. I want you to sit nice and tall. Now, we got some options here. You've got your toe down right now. You can take the top of your foot down to the. Maybe that feels pretty good. One's going to feel pretty good, one way or the other. And now I want you to take that hip that's hanging off the chair and go, like you're slouching. I know you have a fitness instructor that says slouch. You're welcome. Don't get excited. It's not there for long. You're going to let that leg hang off the chair and just kind of let it walk, right? So the same leg is hanging off. That arm is going to go toward the ceiling. And I want you to take it toward the back of your chair over your head. You're just going to push into the rib cage, dropping the hip down a little bit lower. Again, do not fall off my chair. That push-up roll is a hard one. Yeah, a little bit further if you have it. Now, your glutes are tight. Release your butt. I know, I give all the foot instructions, don't I? Slouch and let your butt go a little bit lower if you have it. You go deep breath, big exhale here. And I'll bring it all the way back up. Hips go back in line. I want you to drop that hand down to chest height. I want you to reach in front of you. I want you to lean forward like you're trying to grab something. Gimme, right? In the chocolate, in the wine, you choose. And now sit up nice and tall, shoulders go back over the hips. You should feel a nice stretch along your quadricep or the front of your thigh into your hip flexors. Let's do it again. Reach forward. Sit up nice and tall. Let's do it a couple times. That feels really good. Anybody? No, this feels terrible. This should feel lovely. None of us sit, right? We don't sit all the time. None of us at all. Oh yeah, we sit all the time. She's a lady. I'm driving. I'm watching TV. I'm eating popcorn on the couch. Cheetos. No Cheetos. Probably no Cheetos. Okay, sit nice and tall this time. Hold. Now reach that same hand up toward the ceiling and keep your eyes with it. My vertigo people, please be careful. Maybe you take it back a little bit further. Don't fall off the chair. Big inhale, big exhale. Feel your abdominal muscles start to open up. Ah. Anybody holding their breath? Anybody saying, please, dear Lord, don't let me fall. And bring us right back down, arm comes down, shoulders down over the hips, and bring the leg all the way in. So we're sitting here, still facing the window. This cheek is still hanging off. I want you to open your leg out to 90 degrees. I know I ask a lot on it. Now rotate the toe down toward the front. Open back up. Rotate and open. You're going to find a comfortable range of motion for you that feels really good. All we're doing is working a little hip mobility. Again, the longer we can keep these guys working right, the longer, and this is my personal favorite, you getting out of the car by yourself, you walk up and down the stairs by yourself, right? My favorite is I can use the bathroom by myself for a longer period of time, and I'm a really happy camper about that. I'm not going to lie. Nice and tall. And release. And bring it back to center. How does that hip feel? Are we getting there? Slowly but surely. All right. Cool. Turn toward the kitchen. Nice and tall. Okay, holding on to your chair. Take that toe back. Again, you can either go onto the toe itself, or you can take the top of your foot down to the floor. Something's going to feel good. Everything should feel good here. So we're going to slouch into that hip. We're going to let the knee drop down toward the floor. Open up a little more in through, like the glute medius into your TFL section. Be kind to you. Hand goes up toward the ceiling, maybe. And then take it back toward the back of the chair. Ooh. Let all that area in between your rib cage and your hips open up. Let all those muscles relax. Ooh. Anybody else excited about this side? Yes, right? Some sides feel better than others. This one feels absolutely amazing right now. A little bit lower if you have it. Big inhale, good. Exhale. Release through the hip. And now bring your arm right back up to the ceiling. Hips go back level. And then arms going to reach in front of you, chest height. I'm going to reach toward the kitchen. Gimme. And then sit up nice and tall. So shoulders over hips. Reach toward the kitchen. Everything, guys, is going to be your range of motion. Sit up nice and tall. Let's just a couple times. Forward, and then sit up tall. Reach forward, little knee. Sit up tall. What's feeling good? Feeling the movement probably in that left hip, right? And what we just worked. And now sit tall. I want you to sit tall and reach your neck up toward the ceiling. Lengthen. How long can you get through your abdominal muscles? How tall can you get? A little longer if you have it. Ooh. Big old inhale, big exhale. Can you take it back a little further? Our next movement is going to be a handstand. Okay, just checking. Bring her right back up to the top. Arm comes down, leg comes in. Open out to 90. We're going to drop the knee down and open the hip. Drop and open. So at some point in time today, we're going to do a stretch and you're like, oh, that is the best ever. That's better than like really good chocolate or other things. So you're gonna find that stretch. Do it often. It's gonna feel fantastic. Be kind to you, okay? And release, guys, and bring it right back to the front of the room. How's everything feeling? Better? Are you getting there? We're getting there right now. Cool. Take that right leg, kitchen leg forward. Kitchen leg comes forward. I want you to sit as tall as you can. Now we're gonna reach forward with your body. Again, I'm telling that really juicy gossip, and you gotta lean in for it because I don't repeat it. I only say it once. A little further forward if you have it. Supporting on your resting leg. Again, always supporting, making sure your back is happy. I like happy backs. A little bit further if you can. Somebody asked me before I started teaching today. I teach over at the Emory Decatur Hospital. It used to be Decatur Medical, North Decatur Medical. So I'm over there. I'm in the professional building in the basement. They do keep me in the basement, and they do typically lock me in the closet. But when I'm not in the closet, I'm in my group fitness room. I have about 8 classes that I teach throughout the week. Everything from strength to stretching to walking. We just did a walk it out class yesterday, which was too fun. And I do a Pilates inspired class. I'm sorry?
Is it open now? From the first to
We had it overnight, so my understanding, and I was just there right before I got here, is Tuesday morning, we should be up and running. I know, I'm like crossing fingers and doing lots of praying, and I'm like, oh, please, oh, please, oh, please. But they promised me that we're gonna be up and running by Tuesday. Okay. A little longer if you have it. Big inhale here, big exhale. And roll all the way back up. Give a little wiggle. Is everybody good with standing today? Tall, 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 press your chest forward. Everybody's good with standing? Okay. Yeah, just a minute. We're gonna stand and we're gonna like stand on top of your head and get your crazy stuff. Cartwheels, when we do cartwheels, just a moment. A little bit further forward if you haven't, lengthen. Again, supporting on your resting leg. A little more if you haven't. Good inhale, good exhale. That gym is open to the public. It's like a standard gym. You don't have to referral or participate. All of our group fitness classes are part of your membership. A little bit further forward if you have it, and long from the spine. Sandy does an amazing silver speakers class. We've added in Linda and Renee. I love all of our instructors right now, the different flavors you get from each one, you know. So you have me and my personality, and then Sandy is absolutely a dude. Again, I want to be her when I grow up. We both decided we're kind of the same personality. She just has about 20 years on. Roll this all the way back up, guys. Give it that little wiggle. Everybody, we're feeling pretty good? Yes, yes? Okay, let's go ahead and stand up. Easy, take a second. And I want you to keep your chair closed. So I'm gonna make you work just a little bit before we do that last stretch, because the last stretch is amazing. So go ahead and put your weight in your kitchen foot. Hold on to your chair. Standing on your kitchen foot, holding on to your chair. Let's take your window foot and prop it right beside your kitchen foot. Okay? We're good there? Okay, so I'm going to keep adding progressions. This is where it gets fun. So I'm going to keep adding progressions, and I want you to stop where you're successful. Fair? Nobody does anything crazy. Except me, I'm playing to something crazy. Beth, behave yourself back. Slide your window foot forward. Lift your window foot. Give me a little prayer. Dear Lord, please do not let me fall over. Feel all those muscles in your kitchen foot starting to engage. This might be where you're comfortable, and maybe you're comfortable right here. Maybe this is where you're good. If this is where you're good, hang tight, nothing crazy. Fair? If you're good here, if it's a challenge, don't move.
Straight leg or this?
Soften your standing knee. Just like soft knee, you can bend this one, back into prayer if you haven't. Nobody falls. You know, I said it like 5 times today, nobody falls. How's that feeling? Challenge. I see you guys back there. Challenge. How much of a challenge? Y'all are done with me, aren't you? You're like, knock that off. It's a lot of challenge. Now bring that foot back down. Keep them staggered. Hold on to the chair or give me prayer. Please, dear Lord, don't let me fall. Close your eyes. Sorry, that was slightly evil. That was slightly mean. Open your eyes back up in. So what happened? Things got weird, right? Things got weird real quick. So your vestibular, I'm telling you, don't you fall, you're not only 20 push-ups. Your vestibular balance or your eyesight, your brain uses this feedback a lot to figure out where level is. So when you take it away, life gets weird. So shift your weight into the window foot. Maybe your kitchen foot balances right beside your standing leg. Soften your standing knee. Easy. Right. Maybe you slide your foot forward. Maybe you lift. Maybe you bend the knee. Easy. Okay. Now I want you to think about this for just a second. What muscles do you feel working? Thigh, right? Where on your thigh? On the outside, quad, right? What about the inner thigh? What you feel in there? Okay, here's where it's going to get weird. You ready? How many grandparents do I have in the room? How many parents do I have in the room? Well, okay, we've all carried a baby some way, shape, or form, right?
You're a grandparent, you were a parent.
How many, I'm sorry, we've all carried a baby some way, shape, or form, right? Okay, drop it, put that down. I want you to give me a mom hip. Like you're gonna carry a baby, mom hip, right? Then take it away. Give me a mom hip. Take it away. What do you feel? Take it away. Is that not the weirdest thing ever? Right? The outside of your hip just went, what is wrong with you? Knock it off. Yes? Mine did. Mine's like, stop it. I just need you to stop it right now. That's your glute medius. So as we walk, think about walking as falling and catching yourself repeatedly, right? So I'm gonna fall, catch myself. Your glute med and your adductors do all of that work. So you can kind of play with it a little bit. This might be something you do at home, just to strengthen the outside of the hip. In case you're wondering, yes, this is part of my physical therapy. You just have stuff into my physical therapy. Because I'm stupid, I don't like stretch. Stretch is stupid. And release. Put your feet together, guys. Sit nice and tall. Please don't let me fall. Close your eyes one last time. I promise I won't ask you to do that again. Good inhale and good exhale. Now I want you to get stronger through the back side of your body. So push your heels down to the floor. Tighten your glutes. Right? Pretend, here's that now, come here. Here's that other cue that you'll never forget. I want you to take the winning lottery ticket. Put it right between those cheeks. I want you to hold on to that winning lottery ticket and don't let anybody take it. Okay? Squeeze tight, stand taller. Did your balance just improve? Is that not the craziest thing ever? Our bodies are so cool. So cool. Relax, guys. Just cues for when you run into situations where it maybe you're having a hard time balancing, if you tighten your glutes, it's going to help you. Okay? Let's grab the chair. We're going to take a big step backwards. Don't hit your neighbor. My peeps who are sitting, hang tight. I got you. Okay? You can sit. It's all right. Press back into your hips once you go long through your body. My peaks are sitting. All you're gonna do is support here and go long through your body. You're good. Oh, that's perfect. You can fix it. You're coming. Hey, you're fine. You're okay. Where you're at. So if you want to stay here, all you're gonna do is reach long. That's all we're doing. Okay. A little bit longer through your body. Press your hips back toward the back of the room. Now take your chest down toward the floor. This is an elevated downward facing dog. A little bit longer through your spine. Opening up to your shoulders. Good inhale here, good exhale. A little bit further if you can. Now, if this is where you're happy, hang tight, don't move. If you feel like you'd like to try something else, you can soften your right knee, shift your weight into the left, and then switch that out. Straighten the right leg, then the left knee. And it kind of changes how your stretch is. You feel a little bit more low back, top of the hip, top of the glutes. Your quadratus lumborum. What did she say? What was that? The quadratus lumborum. So it's this nice little muscle group that balances out with your transverse abdominis. I know it's saying all kinds of big words. Transverse abdominis, quadratus lumborum. It is your nice little internal girdle, which I don't know, Spanx. Have you ever worn Spanx? Yeah, soften the knees, guys, stand nice and tall. Have a seat. Has anybody worn Spanx? You just like blink your eyes. I don't know anybody. Okay. So going into this next section, I got a story about Spanx. Okay, this is the only fun part of the class. I promise you. Okay, so I want you to lift onto the balls of your feet, drop your heels down. Lift onto the balls of your feet, drop your heels down. Okay, so I went on vacation with my guy, and I needed about a half an inch in a dress. Have you all been there? You need like half an inch in the dress for it to feel really good. So like, I'm gonna get Spanx, and I'm gonna try out Spanx. How's the arch feeling, guys? For my shoeless people, arch feeling pretty good. Drop your heels, want you to lift your toes. Lift your toes. Now keep the knees stable with your toes. Right? I get these Spanx, he's in the shower. I'm like, I'm gonna slide these Spanx on before he gets out of the shower, and he will never know that I'm wearing Spanx. We're not that close. We're not been together long enough for me to get excited about him. I still right now. So the first one I open the package and I look at these. I'm like, they really don't mean for these little bottle, right? So I'm like, okay, we're gonna give this a try. So I get one leg in, right? And I get the other leg in, kind of, and wiggle. Oh no, y'all gotta keep working. You don't stop working on top of it. No. So I get here. Now, those of you who are in Spanx, you know what happens next, right? They don't go any further. They cannot go any further. I get to here, and it's not happening. Are you still lifting your toes? So now I hear the shower go off, and I'm stuck. So now I'm trying to wiggle out of these things. I'm like, there ain't going up. I gotta go down. So I have vowed never, ever to wear Spanx again. How does the front of your shin feel? So, how's the front of your shin feel? Does it feel like a little bit of work here? Do you do this movement at all? Ever? Some of your classes, some of the different things you do? Yes. If you, before you get out of bed, you do this? Perfect. If you are not currently doing this movement, I'm just going to show you. I'm going to hold my leg up so you can see what's going on. If you are not currently doing this movement with your foot at some point in time during the day, some way, shape, or form, now let me caveat that. Don't do this every day. You hate me. You hate me a lot. But it works the front of your shin. Why is that important? You know, anybody know? Balance, what else? Gentleman back row. Why is this important, you know? That's how you walk. That's how you walk. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, look. Right? Right? Okay, so the foot of your shin has to work. So the issues I run into, we covered a lot of them today. Open the chest, right? So we did this, we opened the chest, we pulled the shoulders back, we said forward. You got the headlights coming up, yes, right? Okay, because what do you see from your counterparts who don't work out? Right? Is this right? Okay, so we work back here, we open the chest, it gets a little taller, right? We stretch the neck muscles, which brings us back into here, right? We work through the anterior tibialis, which gets us walking. We tighten the glutes. We work the outside of the glutes, work the inside of the thigh, yes, and we stretch everything out. So all those problems that we all run into, especially myself, are the areas we stretch today. How do you feel? Better? Well, thank you guys so very much for having me. Do you have any questions before we run out of here? Nothing? Like, can we do this like every week?
covered it all.
I kind of covered it all. No question? Yes. Well, oh, the dogs are great. The dogs are lovely. So the Velcro dogs are like all over me. I'm teaching from home. And we'll come back when I'm invited back. We'll work out a schedule that day. Thank you for having me, and I appreciate you asking me to come back. All right, guys, thank you so very, very much. Have a wonderful afternoon. See you guys again. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. You're so welcome. Thank you for coming. I'll be in touch with you.
Yeah, I know better than that.